the latest on the COVID-19 outbreak, Governor Tim Walz says there's a strong possibility Minnesota students will continue with distance learning for the rest of the school year. He says, frankly, the chances of returning to the physical classroom, those chances are slim. Minnesota Senate has approved some extra funding, $47.5 million of COVID-19 funding for more ventilators and N95 masks here in the state of Minnesota. Healthcare workers have said they're not out yet, but supplies are running low. Some nurses say they'd be willing to resort to homemade masks if it came down to it. Studies show surgical masks are 3 times more effective. Emily Allen, a nurse with Bethesda Hospital's COVID-19 critical care unit, she told us she and her colleagues are not properly using those surgical N95 masks to help the supply last longer. She says they're using the filter more and more every day, and being on the front line, she's worried about what that might mean long term.
We have to use one mask or one shield the entire shift, which is not something that we're accustomed to as nurses. We are supposed to be using different ones between every patient. We're using special wipes to wipe them down between every patient, but that just isn't the same as having a new mask.
Today, the White House is expected to issue new guidance urging Americans to cover their faces while they're out in public. CBS News has learned this is only going to be advisory guidance, not mandatory. On Wednesday, the mayor of Los Angeles asked people who live there to wear cloth masks in public. Governor Walz said he does not see himself asking Minnesotans to do the same, that every mask, cloth or not, should be reserved for healthcare workers.
There are now more than 700 known cases of COVID-19 right here in Minnesota, COVID-19. Now, about half of those have already recovered. 18 people have died. In Wisconsin, there are about 1,700 positive cases. 31 people there have died. One of the people fighting to recover is a Cottage Grove man. His family says he is battling not only COVID-19, but pneumonia as well. Brian McKenzie tested positive for the virus on Tuesday. It was 11 days after his first symptoms. The first day, it was a fever. By day 2, he had stomach cramping. The next day, severe diarrhea. But at that point, still no respiratory issues. It was 6 days later he managed his symptoms at home that his wife took him to the doctor. But at that point, he was still unable to get tested. They went back home. A week later, his fever was out of control. He couldn't get a full breath, so he went back to the ER. McKenzie was finally tested and found out that he had both COVID-19 and pneumonia. So they think Brian got it from a nurse that he had sat near while he was out to lunch with coworkers, since she had also tested positive.
I was honestly relieved because it sounds kind of crazy, but being in limbo for 11, 12 days and not knowing what is happening and not seeing any improvement, to not wonder anymore was refreshing, because we knew that there was a course of action that could be taken.
Brian is still on oxygen at the hospital. He says he doesn't feel any better, but nurses are saying that he is improving. His wife and 2 daughters are self-quarantining, but at this point they do not have symptoms. They're looking forward to the day he comes home.
Well, relief should be on its way to millions of small business owners across the country today. Some banks will start accepting applications for federally backed loans to keep them afloat for up to 8 weeks. Now, those loans can be forgiven if the money is used to avoid laying people off, trying to keep people at work. White House says the $350 billion program is fully funded and ready to go. However, some banks, including JPMorgan Chase, say they don't think they'll be ready to take any loan applications just yet. They say they want more guidance on exactly how this program is going to work. Minnesota asking the president to declare a major disaster for the state. That would allow for funding to improve mental health services to meet the increased demand, among other things. While urging social distancing, Governor Walz will deliver his state of the state from the governor's residence, not the state capitol. You can watch it live on CBSN Minnesota Sunday evening at 7.
Target is supplying workers with face masks and is strongly encouraging them to wear them on the job starting this weekend. The Minnesota-based company is also limiting how many customers can be inside stores. Again, this starts tomorrow. Target hopes that these added steps will promote safety and social distancing. All Minneapolis beaches, water parks, and wading pools will be closed for the entire summer. Park Board says that it's just impossible to operate them safely because so many people use them. We also just got news in about 2 big summer events in the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak. The Walker Arts Center and the Current, they have canceled Rock the Garden for this summer. It was supposed to be on June 20th. Twin Cities Pride in June has also been postponed. Organizers made the announcement on Facebook. They did not give a possible postponement date, but they say it will not be held in June.